I rose to the top very quickly, with hardly any time to take in what was happening.
Exerting some good pressure here, put it towards back, brilliant down, Michu gets another goal!
I had a season with Rayo, then I went to Swansea, and then I was in the national team. It really was a very quick progression.
Corner on the left, it's headed in, checked in the middle, Michu, goal for Swansea City!
It seemed Michu had a glittering path before him, but an ankle injury meant he came full circle.
Michu's running clean through. Michu one-on-one. Can he make it two? He does! Swansea are going to win at the Emirates Stadium. What a performance and what a victory!
In the world of football, every now and then a player bursts onto the scene with such brilliance that they become an overnight sensation. For one incredible season, Michu was the name on everyone's lips. From the pitches of Spain to the bright lights of the Premier League, his rise was as fast as his fall was hard. This is the story of Michu, arguably the greatest one-season wonder that this game has ever seen. Michu, born Miguel Perez Cuesta in Oviedo, Spain, began his footballing journey in the youth ranks at Real Oviedo. A hard-working, attacking midfielder with an eye for goal, Michu always had the talent, but early on, he flew under the radar. His first few years in professional football were spent in Spain's lower divisions, grinding away and waiting for that one breakthrough moment. Michu's breakthrough came in the 2010-2011 season when he signed for Celta Vigo in the Segunda Division. It was here where he started to gain attention, scoring 12 goals and providing 8 assists in a single season. His ability to arrive late in the box, find space, and finish with both feet caught the eyes of some bigger clubs in Spain. But it wasn't until he moved to Rayo Vallecano in La Liga that the world would begin to notice the man who was about to shock the footballing world. Rayo Vallecano, a modest club in Madrid, gave Michu the platform to show his abilities on the biggest stage, which was La Liga. In the 2011-12 season, Michu was electric, scoring 15 goals in 37 appearances, making him the highest-scoring midfielder in Spain that year. The Spanish press were talking about his aerial ability, his movement, his finishing that made him a nightmare for defenders. One particular game against Real Sociedad saw Michu score a brace, leading Rayo to a 4-0 victory. That performance cemented his place as one of La Liga's breakout stars. But despite this amazing season, bigger Spanish clubs just weren't lining up for his signature. Little did they know it would be the Premier League that would come calling, and Michu was about to embark on the most extraordinary season of his life. In the summer of 2012, Swansea City, then managed by Michael Laudrup, secured Michu's services for a bargain fee of only £2 million. No one could have predicted that the impact that he would have in a league filled with big names or even bigger egos. Michu was a complete unknown to many fans and pundits alike. But all that would change in the very first game of the season. On the opening day of 2012-13 season, Michu announced himself to the Premier League with a stunning brace against Queen's Park Rangers in a 5-0 win. From then on, the goals flowed effortlessly.
Hernandez on the ball, it's a goal for Swansea City!
Sent clean through, is this the moment for Swansea? Michu gives them a famous victory!
Michu was the perfect fit for Swansea's style, intelligent in his movement, lethal in front of goal, and always calm under pressure. His most iconic moment came when he scored twice at the Emirates to secure a famous 2-0 victory over Arsenal. The composure that he showed when he slotted the ball past Chesney, not once but twice, was that of a world-class finisher, and that game put Michu on the global footballing map. Michu's 2012-2013 season is the stuff of a legend. He finished with 22 goals in all competitions, making him Swansea's top scorer by a mile. He helped the Welsh club secure a mid-table finish and, more importantly, played a pivotal role in their historic League Cup victory. Michu scored the opening goal in the final against Bradford City, and Swansea went on to win 5-0, claiming their first major trophy in English football.
my first title in my career is with this performance. Really good day. This performance for this team, I think we deserve this final.
That season, Michu was everywhere. His face was on the back of pages of every single footballing magazine. His goals lighting up a match of the day every weekend. But beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to form. As fans were chanting his name, Michu's body was struggling to keep up with the demands of Premier League football. As Michu entered the 2013-14 season, there was a weight of expectations on his shoulders. But just as quickly as he had risen to stardom, injuries started to derail his progress. He suffered persistent ankle problems that would plague him for the rest of his career. His explosive ability to find space and make those late runs into the box was hampered by the physical toll that injuries were taking on him. Michu's goal tally dropped significantly that season, and Swansea began to struggle without their talisman firing on all cylinders. What had once been effortless now seemed like a constant uphill battle. As he spent more time on the treatment table, the doubts about his future in the top level of football started to grow. In the summer of 2014, Michu was loaned out to Napoli in the Serie A, a move that many had hoped would reignite his career. But the struggles followed him to Italy. The ankle injuries that had begun to plague him at Swansea persisted, and he failed to make a significant impact at Napoli. Michu managed only a handful of appearances for the Italian Giants, and after just one season, he returned to Swansea, facing an uncertain future. By now, the footballing world had begun to move on. Michu was no longer the prolific goal-scoring machine that he had once been 2 years earlier. The player who had once taken the Premier League by storm was now a shadow of his former self. After leaving Swansea in 2015, Michu returned to Spain, hoping that a move back to his homeland would offer a fresh start. He signed for Asturian club Langrio in the Spanish 4th tier, a dramatic fall from the heights of the Premier League. It was a bittersweet return for a player who had once played in front of a packed Premier League stadium. Michu was no longer playing for glory, but simply trying to enjoy the game that he loved. But even at a lower level, the injuries continued, and eventually in 2016, Michu announced his retirement from professional football at the age of only 31. The game had finally taken its toll on him. Despite his incredible season at Swansea, Michu's international career was short-lived. In November 2013, he earned his one and only cap for Spain in a World Cup qualifying match against Belarus. For a player who had taken one of the toughest leagues in the world by storm, it seemed unjust that his international career never truly materialized. Spain's national team at the time was filled with world-class talent like David Villa, Fernando Torres, and Alvaro Negredo, to name a few. Despite Michu's form, breaking into that squad was always going to be a tough task. Michu's career is a story of what could have been. For one season, he was untouchable, a Premier League sensation who took on the best and came out on top. But injuries, bad luck, and circumstances cut his career short. Some say that Michu was and will always be the greatest one-season wonder ever, a player who in just 12 months went from obscurity to stardom and then back to obscurity once again. He may not have had the longevity that some of the football greats had, but in that magical 2012-2013 season, Michu achieved more than many do in their entire career. And for that, his name will forever be etched into Premier League footballing history. So, what do you think? Does Michu deserve the title of the greatest one-season wonder ever, or was he just a victim of circumstances? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fascinating footballing stories like this one, and until next times, this was the story of Michu, the greatest one-season wonder ever. We will catch you on the next one.